This is the plaintiff, Tronika Houston. She says the defendant is her aunt, and she loaned her $1,800 to buy some furniture, and the woman refuses to pay her back. This is sad because she and her aunt were close. This has definitely driven a wedge in their relationship, but she needs her money and is suing for it today. This is the defendant, Rosie Thompson. She says she told her niece to take some pictures of the furniture, but she went ahead and purchased the stuff for her before she could tell her if she wanted it or not. Her niece jumped the gun on the purchase. She found other furniture she liked more, which was cheaper, and she doesn't owe anyone a thing. She's accused of being nasty to her niece.
All parties, please raise your right hands. The People's Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Marilyn Williams is presiding. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Houston, you are suing your aunt, Ms. Thompson, for $1,800. Why? What happened?
So my aunt recently moved from a one-bedroom apartment and purchased a home, a three-bedroom home. So she was in need of furniture. She asked me to keep an eye out. So I came across a listing that my friend had posted. She had several different items. Two which being a dining room set and a living room set. So I called my aunt and I said, hey, my friend has this furniture. Are you interested? She said, yeah, send me some photos. I sent her the photos. She immediately called me back and said, I'm interested. I want it.
How did you send her the photos? Through email, through text? How?
Through text.
Okay. How is it she told you I want it?
That was verbal. She said she wanted it. After I called her back and said that the lady wanted $2,000, she said, no, I have $1,500 right now. So I called her back, my friend. And
why don't you just put your aunt in touch with your friend instead of being the go-between?
So I did tell my aunt, I said, why don't you negotiate? She said, no, it's your friend. She's going to give you a better deal. So that's how I ended up brokering.
Okay. And then what happens?
So she said, my friend said, well, I'll take $1,800. My aunt was like, well, I only have 15. I told her, I said, well, I have the 1,800. She was like, okay, can you go ahead and pay it? I said, no problem.
Now, hold on a second. Remember how I asked you a minute ago why you don't just give your friend's number to your aunt? And you gave me a pretty good answer. Well, she's your friend. You'll negotiate a better deal. Why do you front the money instead of just saying, nah, I've already done enough. I've already negotiated the deal for you. You take it from here. Why would you put the money forward?
That was in order for my friend to hold the furniture.
Yeah, well then if your aunt doesn't get your friend the money to hold the furniture, your aunt doesn't get the furniture. It's simple. Like she's got skin in the game if she's the one who puts the money down, right? So why do you get involved by putting the money down? It turns out to have been a very bad idea, right?
Very bad idea.
So you know why I'm asking you this, because it was a bad idea, okay? So now you end up giving your friend the $1,800, and according to you, you tell your aunt what?
Also, I called her back that night and I was like, okay, the deal is done. The furniture is yours. She said, okay. My aunt called me back the next day, which was that Monday, to ensure that I actually gave the money. She was like, are you sure? Am I good to go? I was like, ain't it? I was just about to call you to see when you wanted to pick up. She said, I'm off Thursday. I'm going to call Uncle Byron and we can pick it up Thursday. So I called my friend and asked her to clear her schedule for Thursday.
And then?
And then nothing happens Tuesday, Wednesday. My aunt didn't even call me. She texted me and said, you might be mad, but I changed my mind. I found something better. And I'm like, you can't do that. I already paid the money.
So what happened here, Miss Thompson?
She called me on Sunday. She called me I just got home from work and she was asking me, she said, hey, Annie, are you interested in buying some furniture? My friend got some furniture she want to sell. And I said, send me some pictures. So she sent me 2 pictures. She sent me a picture of a living room set and a dining room set. I looked at the pictures and I said, well, how much she want for it? She said she wanted $2,000. I said, that's too much. I sent her a text message and I told her, I said, well, see if she can do 1,200. I say she can do 1,200. And we text each other back and she was like, well, I hadn't heard from her yet and that kind of stuff. And I told her, I said, well, I still need to see some pictures, because she's also told me that her friend had some bookshelves and some dishes and some other stuff, because the friend was trying to open up a convalescent home and the deal didn't go through. I said, well, I still need you to go over to the storage and take some pictures of the furniture. Then she said, well, I already paid her for it. I didn't ask her to pay for any furniture. I didn't ask her to pay for anything.
So according to you, you never, ever, ever told her, yes, I'll take it. Can you pay the money for me?
I didn't ask her to pay anything for me.
Okay, so I'm reading the text that you gave me into evidence that say, no, you bargain with her. That's your friend. Tell her I'll do 12.
Right.
Just a second. Tell her I'll do 1,200 cash right now. Work your magic now. I'm telling you 1,200. Hook your Annie up. And she says, okay. You say, okay, what? And your niece says, I texted her. She hasn't responded yet. And then you say, hey, you might get mad, but I changed my mind. I found something for a better price. So go get your money. So where is the conversation between one thing and the other? Where's all the 1,800 conversation? It's not in these texts that she gave me.
That was verbal.
If you did not tell her that you'd pay 1,800, Ms. Thompson, then why are you saying you're going to get mad, but I changed my mind? Like, if you hadn't ever agreed to 1,800, there was nothing you were changing and there was nothing for her to get mad about. So why aren't those words in text evidence of what might have been said verbally on a phone?
Because I told her initially when I talked to her that I might get the furniture, and she was expecting for me to get the furniture.
Nah, if 1,800 came up, there has to be some phone conversation. And then you say, hey, you might get mad, but I have changed my mind. I found something for a better price, so go get your money. You obviously have had a phone conversation because you know she gave the money. So why would I believe that there was no phone conversation like she's saying, and that you never authorized money to be given on your behalf? I'm reading it there where you say, go get your money. How would you know?
No, Judge, because she told me. That's what she told me. She said she already gave her friend the money. I didn't ask her to give her friend the money. She gave her friend the money.
I'm having a problem with that because the last thing by text is 1,200. And obviously, some agreement was made for 18 because that's what she gave her friend, right? So you're having a conversation with her on the phone because 18 was given. Do you see why you shouldn't have any business doing what you're doing, what you did, Miss Houston? Have you always had a good relationship with your aunt?
Yes, ma'am.
And now look at this.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is crazy, Judge, and that's what I'm telling you. I did not authorize her to give her friend any money. She told me, she said, I already paid her for the furniture. And I told her, I said, well, if you gave your friend that money, go get your money back. That's why
Where's your friend? Is your friend a witness here today, Miss Houston?
My friend is a witness.
Okay, let's call her.
Here.
Go ahead, put her on.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Camilla Sneed.
Tell me about the discussions that you had with Ms. Houston.
Her first initial text was, little raggedy girl, how much do you want for the furniture, the living room and the sofa? So I told her in the text, I told her $2,000. She said she got $1,500 cash right now. I was like, I cannot go that low. And she basically said, $1,800. I say, that's the lowest I can go. I say, so when do y'all want to pick up the furniture or whatever?
Did you ever talk to the auntie yourself?
No.
No.
How much did Miss Houston give you?
She gave me $1,800 cash, 18 $100 bills.
I'm kind of curious. Are you good friends with Miss Houston?
I am.
Yeah.
So when she tells you my aunt changed her mind, why don't you just give Ms. Houston back her money since you're good friends?
That same night, I took the money and deposited. So 3 days later, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'd already spent the money, started paying bills or whatever.
Go ahead and put Tranika back on, please. Thank you. And Ms. Thompson, let me ask you a question. Have you always had a good relationship with your niece?
I've always had a good relationship with my niece.
So
yes, ma'am,
am I to believe that the niece is completely making up that you authorized $1,800 in order to steal $1,800 from you in a civil lawsuit, a niece that you've always had a good relationship with?
You know what happened, Judge? I'm gonna just tell you, this is what I know happened. She paid for that furniture because her friend was going on a trip. And she gave that girl that money, and I didn't ask her to give her any money. I didn't ask her to pay for this furniture.
Hey, you might get mad, but I have changed my mind. I found something for a better price, so go get your money. Sorry, love you. Her response, you are wrong on every level. Hashtag I'm not helping nobody else. You can help people, just don't front the money. Sorry you feel like that, and I will not bother you, but I have every right to change my mind. And then you say, bring my refrigerator to... No, you don't. It's a deal as a deal. And the fact that you call it changing your mind proves to me that you weren't in the middle of negotiating and she was precipitous because you were waiting for pictures to make a decision and then she went off and paid it on her own. The fact of your language on these texts that you gave me proves her case. I'm finding in favor of the plaintiff and the amount of the $1,800. It's your furniture, Auntie. You've got 1 week to pick it up from that place. If you don't, I will consider it abandoned. So we'll make arrangements with Officer McIntosh to put you and the plaintiff's friend together so that you can pick up that furniture. That's my verdict.
Thank you.
So the plaintiff prevails. She's going to get her money back. Ms. Thompson, how do you feel about this? You got to give that money back.
You know what? It is what it is, but it's wrong because I didn't ever ask her to pay for any furniture for me. And I don't know why she gave her friend that money because I didn't ask her to. I asked her to send me some pictures.
Here's the key here. What's this going to do to your relationship with
I don't know what it's going to do. You know what? At the end of the day, I'll say this. I still love my niece, but this was wrong. I mean, this was wrong.
All right, Ms. Houston, let me ask you, what do you think it's going to do with your relationship with your aunt?
Hopefully nothing. Hopefully we can go back to being niece and auntie. But if she don't want that, then there's nothing that I can do. I needed my $1,800.
All right, congratulations. You are going to get the money back.
So, Doug, look, I always advise don't immediately sue a relative if you're in a dispute because that could really impair the relationship long term. But if the relative is disrespecting you, not paying back, or really doing the wrong thing in really a malicious way, then I think a lawsuit is appropriate.
Are either of you afraid of flying? Any interesting flying stories?
I used to be afraid of flying. Then I got so used to it that honestly, I guess I'm not.
Yeah.
Since I've been flying for 21 years.
Yeah, over 2 million miles.
Yeah, way more than 2 million. I have 4 million.
4 million?
4 million.
4 million miles. That is insane. I have to tell you, you do meet some really nice people on airplanes if you take the time. And sometimes the flight attendants and the staff are fantastic. For example, a couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, there was this super nice flight attendant on American Airlines. I think she was from South Carolina, and I can't remember her name. Forgive me. But she gave me a really cool mask to wear that you snagged and you wear all the time.
I do. Right? I do.
Right.
Where is that?
Right there.
Yep.
Right.
That's my mask.
I think she might have made it. It's actually,
I doubt she made it, but it's really sweet that she gave it to you.
It says USA, so that's Marilyn's go-to. She wears it constantly.